I haven't done one of these videos since last year, so I feel very out of practice. Do I normally have a cold open for the... Hello everybody, my name is Lachlan, and I am your Stanchies writer for today's game between the Canucks and the Boston Bruins tonight in Vancouver on Hockey Night in Canada. The continuing trend of Wyatt never doing Saturday games means the torch once again falls to me, and for the second time against the Bruins. The last time these two teams met, the Canucks won in a shootout, Liam Ogren with that gorgeous shootout winner. I got to actually see a shootout yesterday between the Canucks and the Kraken live. That's my first Canucks game in person since I believe 2024. So it's been quite a while since I've been in Rogers Arena. Most of the time when the Canucks are playing, I'm sitting in this chair, watching it on my computer and taking clips, taking notes, doing all the things that comes with doing the Stanchies or any sort of article. Yesterday, I got the opportunity to go see them in person, and they fulfilled the entire experience for me by losing. They got to a shootout. They got a point against the Seattle Kraken. The crowd was actually quite good. There were a lot of Kraken jerseys in the crowd. I got to take my parents, who haven't been to a game in Vancouver since, I believe, 2008, 2009. So overall, had a good time. Today, I'll be at home, though. I'll be covering the game right here from my virtual press box. We are rapidly approaching the second half of the season for the Canucks. They are, I believe, going to play game number 41 today, which means that we're going to have reached the halfway point of this entire season, and the Canucks are currently 31st in the NHL, meaning that this team has some New Year's resolutions to act on over the next 4 months of NHL hockey, as well as the Olympic break. New Year's resolution number 1 for the Canucks will be trading as many veterans as you possibly can for draft picks and prospects. That includes Kiefer Sherwood, and talks have apparently picked up around Kiefer over the last couple weeks. I got to see him score a goal yesterday, which should help bring in more of those first-round picks that the Canucks are looking for. I think the price is somewhere close to 5 of those by now. I'm sure some team is willing to pony up. 5 draft picks is not that many for what you get with Kiefer Sherwood, I don't think. Basically, any and all veterans, save for maybe a Brock Besser, someone who's been with the team for a long period of time, who can kind of help rebuild the culture around the team. I would say everyone else is kind of up for grabs. I think that is the game plan for the Canucks. Any sort of, especially the players who are doing well, you want to trade those players while they're at their maximum value, because they're guys who are probably not going to re-sign in Vancouver, or even if they did, they wouldn't be able to help you build a winner anytime soon. You're obviously building around your youngsters right now, which means you've got to move the veterans out so you can give the youngins more time, more ice time, more opportunities, more ability to learn at the NHL level. Resolution number 2 is kind of in tandem with that one, which is picking up as many draft picks as the Canucks possibly can. You're going into a very deep draft this season. The amount of draft picks you need for a team in the Canucks position is, I would say, at least double what you start out with. Every team, of course, starts with 7, 1 in each round. If I'm the Canucks, I want to see them get to 14. I want to see them have 14 draft picks in this upcoming draft. I don't care where they are. I don't care what round, preferably higher rounds. I just want to see them make as many selections in this upcoming draft as humanly possible. Try to max out at least 14. How doable that is obviously anybody's guess, but that's the mentality, at the very least, that I want to see from them. And number 3, still play competitive hockey. You can rebuild and be competitive. In fact, I think when you put out a younger roster, I think when you put out a team that knows they're not a playoff team, but is competing for spots, is competing for opportunities, I think you will get, in essence, a more competitive hockey team than one that knows they're dead in the water, where nobody has a future on the team and you're just coasting. I think you will always get better performances out of a younger group, even if they're making more mistakes, even if they're losing more frequently. The Bruins are a great chance to build on that. The Bruins are currently really underperforming. They're 3rd last in the Eastern Conference. They are struggling to find any sort of consistency. And if I'm the Vancouver Canucks, these are 2 points that are primed for you to win. This will be the second game of a back-to-back for the Canucks. So if you get good performances from key young players like Liam Ogren, like Nils Höglander, like Zeev Buium, Tom Wielander, etc., that will feel like good progress, especially in a season sweep of the Bruins if you can make that happen. And coming off the fact that this is the second game of a back-to-back, they're going to be a little gassed, so if you can win that game anyway, that's a huge feather in your cap for your team as well. Now, as for me, I don't make a lot of New Year's resolutions generally because I don't follow through on them, but this one I will follow through on, which is that we're going to be doing way more content in 2026 on this channel, on the Lock in the Crease Substack, on Canucks Army. I think that's going to be the biggest New Year's resolution I have in this back half of the NHL season is I'm going to put out so much content you can't even comprehend yet. I've got a few videos coming out that I haven't released yet that I'm excited for. And we're going to be making lots more of that. There's going to be a lot more videos. That's going to be the big one. And for those of you who are wondering, wait a minute, aren't the Golden Eyes playing today? Don't you have the Goldies coming up later this afternoon? Normally I would, but the Takeover Tour gives me the opportunity to give some other writers an opportunity to do the goalies. So today will be done by Kaya Antic over on lockinthecrease.substack.com. You've probably read her work on the Hockey News or the Game Over podcast that ran in Vancouver a couple years ago. You are in good hands today during the Takeover Tour game in Detroit. With that in mind, thank you guys so much for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed the video and click subscribe if you want to watch even more of my content throughout 2026. Make sure to go subscribe to lockinthecrease.substack.com for the Goldies with Kaya after the Golden Eyes and Fleet play in Detroit. And make sure to go read the Stanchies on CanucksArmy.com after the Canucks and Bruins on CBC at 7 p.m. See you there.